Hey guys, 1982 Yamaha RD350 LC. So these were not sold in the States, they were sold in Europe and Canada. At this time, Yamaha was, well, really the EPA had cracked down on two-strokes. In fact, the 79 was the last air-cooled two-stroke in the US, and then 81 and 82 they came out with the liquid-cooled ones, but they did not import them into the States, probably because they couldn't get them to pass emissions. And then 83, 84, and 85 they went to the RZ350, which had the fairing up front and the black and yellow paint scheme, and they also made a white and blue one, or white, red, and blue one. But this was kind of in between both of them. So this bike has been extensively modified. The motor is a 361 kit. It's been ported. It has some bigger carburetors on it. It's got Canon air filters. The real big thing with this bike is the suspension. So it's got a TZ full aluminum triple clamp. And then I believe those are probably the stock forks, but it's got a Tarazi fork brace on it and big brakes on this. Spondon rotors. I think those are Lockheed calipers. I'm toying with taking those off and respraying them in gold. They're kind of worn down. And then it's got a TZ rear swing arm, and then a caliper kit for the rear that's not normal the way that caliper is done. So it's a TZ Yamaha rear caliper. If you're unfamiliar with a TZ, TZ is Yamaha's race bikes. It's got Toomey chambers on it, long stingers on these. And what am I missing? What else am I forgetting? When I got the bike, just a lot of things I had to correct that were wrong. They had the wrong handlebar on it. It was this goofy looking, if you know what a Clubman handlebar is, a Clubman goes like this and then drops down, and they're real low, but they had it reversed. And then, I mean, so the position wasn't really bad. It just to me, it looked like an upside down handlebar. So I got rid of that. Went through, and what else did I do? The horns, and you can see these horns don't match. I've got another one of these. This is what the normal factory horn looks like. But that's how they were in terms of their position. Well, when I got the bike, they were mounted, clamped, if you can imagine, right up here on each side. And I thought at first, like, why would anybody do that? It looks ridiculous. It looks like earmuffs. But this bike had a fairing on it at one time. So they were tucked inside and hidden, and the fairing was over it. And the only problem is, you know, when you went to honk at somebody, you've got the fairing, so it's like a giant tuba right in your face, you know? So it's like you get out of your own way when you honk at somebody. Anyway, just went through and did a lot of cleaning up. Other than that, let's see. I changed the oil, changed the plugs, adjusted the carburetors, adjusted the rear sets. The rear sets were kind of loose. You can see it's got full aluminum rear sets on it. So the seating position is pretty neat. I mean, your feet are back. You're kind of hunched forward a little bit. It's a comfortable bike to ride. It starts right up. Here, let's give her a kick. One thing you absolutely have to do, though, is make sure you move that foot peg out of the way. You're going to get a nice surprise. Oh, hold on one second. Well, that sucked. So I was adjusting all the levers, and you can see the clearance here is really tight. And I think right before that happened, I said, make sure that the foot peg is up. Well, I adjusted the brake lever up a little bit. Too much, obviously, and look at that. Boom. Anyway, there's one, I found one, there's one over in Great Britain, 50 bucks. So from the time I started this video to the time I'm ending this video, I'm going to be 50 bucks poorer. But thankfully, there is one available. So these are very delicate parts. This is cast aluminum, probably why it broke so easy. I could probably have it, I could probably weld it. I don't weld aluminum well. I don't weld aluminum well. But, you know, it's brakes, so peace of mind, I'll just spend the 50 bucks. And that's that. So anyway, back to the bike. What else did I do? The front end was sagging really bad. So I went and made a, basically inside a fork, you've got your fork spring, and then you've sometimes have spacers to get the preload correct. And this thing was just sagging so bad. So I actually made some spacers out of PVC, just common PVC pipe, put them in there, got the bike sitting correctly. Other than that, I guess now I could go back and start the bike like I did before I freaking broke it. Hold on one sec. God, I can't believe I did that. Never get tired of that sound. So anyway, that's that. Got it all cleaned up. Got it up for sale. I wasn't really planning on keeping this one. That one I want to keep. That one I want to sell. That one I will never sell. But anyway, I'm going to put it up for $7 grand. Based on what it is, I think that's probably pretty reasonable. So anyway, that's that. All right. Until the next one.